Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Weekly Recap Day 5. It is currently 11:37 p.m. I haven't had the chance to make a video today, but I'm just gonna start it off right now. I'm not gonna go too in depth on this because I really want to go to sleep. I'm just gonna say what my bias is, say what the draws got hit were, and I'll just say what trades there were, even though this is the only day we actually trade on Monday. At least chart out market open. So basically, Monday's bias was longs off of this manipulation down here off London session open. And then market open, we manipulate 15-minute lows. Perfect. Break structure to the upside off this move up here. We hit equilibrium right here, but the risk was not there for that trade. Then we hit equilibrium again off of this area here, and then we get the move up off of that. Trades like somewhere within here, stops are just about down here, and we were taking first profits just about here, and then second profits once price pushed up and taken out and took out these highs. And then we get stopped at a break even before price eventually goes and hits these highs right here. We made about 550 on Monday. And yeah, this dump off, like, it may look like this is the move you were supposed to catch, but literally, it's 12:10 by the time we make the first down candle in this move. You're not trading by then. This is the long you want to catch. This ideally is the move you want to catch here. But the only issue with that is there was a move earlier, and this right here was the actual move you're supposed to catch. But moving on to Tuesday we had 8:30 high impact news here, and we had London session consolidation, and then we go up and we manipulate highs off of pre-market, so buys, technically just shorts. Off of that we get a break of structure. I was hoping we got a retracement into this fair value gap right here. We don't, but right here we do have an order block. So technically, yeah, honestly, why didn't I enter here? Let me turn on my magnet so I can actually do this. I gotta remember why I didn't take entries on some of these days. So your first target probably would have been here. Like, I guess it could have been here. Because these already got swept. Yeah, that's probably a 15-minute low. Was the risk bad? That's like the only reason I could think I wouldn't have taken this trade. Yeah, the risk just sucked. Yeah, honestly, I think I was willing to take this. We just had really bad risk. Oh, what is it? 0.39. And then maybe if you enter, this is like the 1 minute trade is right here. Break of structure, hit a fair value gap, bullish closure out of that, stops right here, and take profits down here. This, as you can see, hits 1-to-1. Stops a little too high. If you took a 1 minute trade, you would have taken a win today. And yeah, literally, first take profits right here, and then just target these 5 minute lows all the way down here for second profits. Pretty nice here. Literally hits in a minute, which is insane. But also high impact news, so kind of want to stay off the markets here. But it's also whatever. And Monday is really annoying because this was the exact move I predicted. I was saying after we made this giant move up, because this is almost like a long day for Nasdaq. High impact news goes on here, big leg up, make a little retracement, push higher. Now we're just chopping it up, and I'm saying, okay, since we just made the move up and took out all-time highs over here, then I'm thinking, okay, dude, literally, we're gonna get the ideal down move off taking out all-time highs that we like. I've seen this happen multiple times on like backtesting runs. Literally, price just consolidates at an all-time high, and then market opens. It takes out all-time because these are all-time highs at the time, and it kind of does during pre-market. It just like opens, takes out all-time highs, and it's at an all-time high off market open. And normally, what you see off market open when price is at an all-time high, you see a big dip down, which is what we get here. The only problem is honestly, I was willing to enter right here without a break of structure, but literally the first minute candle we get to break structure pushes us all the way down here, taking out all I wanted like targets here, but I was still willing to take a trade, I think somewhere down here at this low. Only problem is the risk is not there. So it's honest. I think we were lower than that even. No, we weren't that low. But where were our targets? Oh yeah, this was my first target. And then it's like here, maybe I'm willing to take a trade down to these just clumps of lows down here. Like these are honestly pretty decent targets. Yeah, these 15-minute lows down here are pretty decent targets to have price hit. The rest is just kind of bogus, but like, yeah, this really annoyed me because the only reason I really didn't take this, because I really wanted to trade Wednesday, because Wednesday was the only day without any high impact news this week that I actually thought I could manage a good trade, besides Monday. But yeah, Wednesday literally I was hoping we get a break of structure like here. Then we could do something like, or maybe we break below this low, like at this point here, maybe. And then we can target this low as our first profit. And as you look at that, that is some pretty good risk. And that would have been probably a pretty good trade if we could have gotten a break there and probably wouldn't have even pushed down there. But unfortunately, off of the break, we take out my first low. But we do end up moving lower, so it's like you could have taken this. Honestly, I didn't really think. I was thinking price would go higher. It doesn't make sense because we are at all-time highs, so we definitely need to have some relief and push lower. But you don't really want to say price is going to go all the way down here and take out these lows, but you do kind of want to say that when price is at an all-time high, but still doesn't follow my plan, so yeah, I forgot to say no trades Tuesday or Wednesday. But then Thursday, I don't know why I said but, I just didn't trade the rest of this week. Thursday, literally, this was just a pre-market trade pretty much. Well, not really. This was the first move to catch. This was more high impact news. Right here, break of structure, price its equilibrium. Get a 1 minute break out of that. Target this high here. That's a short. This sure would have been good to take off pre-market. I just don't trade that early. The break's about there. Stops like, I don't know, down here. First take profits here. Second take profits all the way up here. And then if you still have units in, you let it ride all the way up to these highs. That gets hit. Basically, what I'm seeing here is a rip off market open. We know how to trade those. Mark out these lows here and wait for some sort of confirmation to target them. What we get, break of structure. Unfortunately, we don't get a retracement. But on the freaking S&P, we do. And we would have taken this trade on S&P 500, which is really annoying. I don't know what the bias was here. The freaking news just threw it off. So it's like longs make this leg up without an entry on off of market open. Now it's shorts off of this big rip up. And as you can see, what happens? We take out all of these lows here. Price hits this massive fair value gap and doesn't push any lower. You don't want to target the hourly draws all the way down here. Price doesn't want to hit those after making a big leg up. And then literally the rest of the day it just chops it up like crazy. So it's like whatever, dude. It's like whatever. Mm, no, you wouldn't take a trade off that. That's stupid. I was just looking at taking a trade off this fair value gap. That's not something you should do. Yeah, plus that's like way too late. So no trades Thursday. This really, like, this was just a bad week for NASDAQ. S&P, like, I saw at least, like, 3 or maybe even 4 trades get taken. and they were all like winners too, so it would have been crazy. What I'm actually thinking about is if I can like, if like by September, or honestly, I'll just like think about it like later. Like I might start trading a Nasdaq and S&P 500 just so I can trade more, not with the idea of like trading more and losing more, but winning just a little bit more, like trading more to like just win more because and be able to not miss as many trades because on Nasdaq, if I took trades, well S&P, it's just like really whichever one hits first, whichever one you see hit first. Like if one's making a good retracement, the other isn't, then you can take it off that, and it's just like whatever. But this day is a pretty good example. Like as you can see on Nasdaq, um, right here was a dude. Holy crap! Okay, right here was a bullish candle, so this was a 5 minute high, and we got break of structure about this point here. And what I was looking for off of this big rip down was a, yeah, since we make a big move down, I was looking for longs here. We invert fair value gap, get a break of structure, and then we get this fair value gap here. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. This is a reenaction of, I said this yesterday, of 2 weeks ago on Friday when we made a big rip down, we broke structure, hit a fair value gap, and we went and pushed higher. But we did not end up doing that because we did not get a 1 minute break of structure. We did right here, but to target these highs, the risk was like super off. Don't remember what it was, but it was pretty off. But literally, this is a prime example of how this works. NASDAQ looks pretty good. We get a break of structure, and we're filling a fair value gap. S&P 500, we're not doing anything. We just purely consolidated the whole day. Honestly, this was almost a move to catch. We just don't get anything here, which is just annoying. But it's something you gotta deal with. But I wonder if... No, not even equilibrium. Yeah, so literally that's pretty much about it. No trade, well, no, not no trades this week. We took one trade this week, took a winner, profitable on the week, down on the month by 1,000 now, maybe a little less, maybe only like 900. But honestly, that'll do it for this week, guys. I will see you on Monday for Trading Recap Day 26. Subscribe to the channel if you want more recaps and weekly analysis videos. And leave a comment down below if you need help with anything. And I will see you guys on Monday.